Why you shouldn't listen to your parents. Now, this is the main reason. Because even if they give you advice and you follow by it, the advice doesn't work with what you want, you're gonna live with the consequence. You're gonna live with it. If they tell you to go to college and you go with it and you go in debt and your life is shit and you hate your job, you hate being a dentist because you wanted to be an influencer, guess who's gonna die with that regret? Guess who's gonna die with the regret? You are. You're gonna die with it. You're gonna die with the debt. You're not gonna be able to provide for your family. You're not gonna be able to drive that Lambo. You're gonna be the one struggling to pay the rent. Not them. They don't care. They're gonna die, and you're still gonna live with you. Because at the end of the day, whatever anybody says, it doesn't matter. If you want to be a millionaire, don't take advice from your parents. 'Cause I doubt they were millionaires. If you want to get a six pack, don't take advice from a guy who has 40% body fat. That's what I'm telling you. Parents think they want the best for you, but what they think is the best is the worst for you because they don't know about technology. They don't know about social media. They don't know how much money you can make off of it. I promise you, if you tell them that there was a guy named Aiden Ross who makes hundreds of millions of dollars off the internet, they wouldn't believe it because they weren't in the 2000s. When they were young, they still were farming and doing I don't know what they were doing in 1990s to be honest with you. But they weren't. I promise you what they didn't have an iPhone. They didn't know how much money they could make off an iPhone. I know guys making multi-million-dollar deals just because they stream on Twitch. So what I'm trying to tell you is there's bigger dreams out there. There's easier ways to make money. No, if your dad tells you, "Oh, go become a plumber, become a construction for 100K a year," that's nothing. I know guys making that in a week off their phones. And you telling me you're gonna listen to your parents because if you don't, they're gonna kick you out the house. That don't you can't get a job. That's just being a baby at this point. That's just not taking responsibility for your own lifestyle. And again, your parents will never tell you the truth. I remember when I was fat, 170 pounds, they always say, "Oh, it's okay. You're not too big. You're not too fat." I had no muscle, and I was fat, about 50% body fat. So when I tell you that they don't know the truth and they don't know what really is best for you, I mean it. Because they really don't understand how much they're actually affecting you by giving you this bad advice. Go to college, go in debt, buy a house, pay that mortgage down, never invest ever in your life, never get into a business that you really like. That's the bad advice. When I grow up, I'm never gonna give my kids the assets. I'm gonna give them the knowledge. I'm gonna tell them how to grow a business. I'm gonna tell them how to get abs. I'm gonna tell them how to get muscles. And now, yes, they don't understand. Yes, are they gonna be angry at you because you didn't go to college? Yes, but at the end of the day, they're gonna thank you when they're on a private jet waiting to get picked up on a Cullinan. That's when they're not gonna regret you doing that.
Another reason why you shouldn't listen to your parents, you know this already. You know when you listen to what they have to tell you, you just can't stand it. Not only because what they're saying doesn't make sense and you know the real answer to it, but it's also because you know it's outdated, it doesn't work, and it's plain and safe. Let me tell you something. If you're a disciplined man, if you work out when you don't have to, if you do all these things that you don't want to do, but you have to because you know it's for the good for you, do you really want to live a comfortable and chill career? Do you really want to become a lawyer just because it's easy money, or do you really want to become a dentist just because it's a safe career that you know you'll get a job into? Just think about it. In the life that we live, with so much technology, so many opportunities, so many new ways to make money compared to how when they were living, do you really want to play it safe? Do you really just want to sit on the backbone and just watch everybody else take advantage of the opportunities? Everybody else become millionaires that were your age at some point? Maybe even the people that you went to high school with? That would be the biggest regret you ever live, knowing that you could have done something with your potential, with your heart, knowing that you really want it all, but you just decided to take your parents' advice and the people around you's advice that didn't work, and now when they die, now you're gonna be left with the regret. Why did I listen to them? Oh my god, like you're gonna hate yourself. It's gonna be a worse feeling of the regret than you actually going out to go get and you actually taking accountability and suffering to go get whatever you want. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say to disobey your parents. I'm not saying throw their opinions out the way. Don't listen to them. Just live your own life. That's not really what I'm saying, because there might be some good advice that they're telling you that you're doing wrong. For example, you may be drinking so much, you may be going to sleep late, you may be drinking and driving, and your parents are telling you put the alcohol down, put the drugs away, go to sleep earlier. Why you keep coming to the house at 11 p.m. or 1 a.m., whatever it may be. Right? So there's good advice and there's bad advice. So listen to the good advice. Listen to the opinions where they're telling you stop going out so much, stop spending so much money on your girlfriend, let her buy some things sometimes. Listen to that advice. The advice you should be avoiding is the advice where they're trying to control you, where they're trying to tell you how to live your life. Because at the end of the day, it is your life, right? It is your career. It is how you're going to make money in the future. That's what I'm talking about. Don't listen to them when they're trying to tell you make money this way, take an opportunity here, live your life this way with this business, live your life with your cousins. Now, in the end, like I said, it is your life. All right. So take responsibility and take accountability when you need to. Take the advice that you need to take. Don't take unnecessary advice that you know you don't need. Like example, when they're telling you, why don't you invest in this? Why don't you become an electrician? Don't take that advice. Take the advice that you know is to your heart. Take the advice where they're saying, okay, maybe I should drink less. Maybe I should not go out as much as I do. All right, take that advice. Don't take the bad advice. Take the advice that you know is right, and that's what you should be doing. So don't get it mixed up when I say don't listen to your parents. I'm not saying to disobey your parents. I'm saying take in the good advice and leave out the bad ones.